Welcome back, YouTubers, to another TNA Impact Wrestling review. It's Thursday night, of course, which means only one thing. You get a review from us, the British Fist, of course. Me, Mr. Parkin. But let's forget about me. Let's move on to someone a lot more important, a lot more charismatic, and just way more awesome than I am. It's NJ!
What's up?
What's up, NJ? What's up to you guys out there? TNA Impact Wrestling review for today. Make sure you guys subscribe up above. Like this video and put your comments on the show down below.
Make sure you contact us in the links in the box below.
Of course. Now, after last week, we had Sting win the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Let's see what TNA have done this week to get us going. Because we actually got good hype for this show, didn't we? Last week we got 4 matches announced, so I was quite looking forward to this show. I don't know about you.
I think with the quality of those matches, it was something that I was looking forward to.
Yep,
yes,
definitely looking forward to a TNA Impact. We open this week with our new TNA champion Sting, which kind of makes sense as he won the championship last week, so it kind of makes sense as he's in the main event. He should be the first one to open and sort of like, you know, and so the emphasis is on his title win, and he pretty much invites out Hogan and Bischoff. But instead, we got Kurt Angle, which was a bit of a surprise because I was just expecting Immortal to come out. We got Angle, which was good. I like that.
It was. He got straight to the point.
Yep.
Yes.
He pretty much said that Sting helped him win. Well, he helped with Sting win the title. He didn't do it on his own, which is good because it kind of, you see the interaction between the two, and you know they're going to have a match of Hardcore Justice, so it's good hype for the pay-per-view, in my opinion. Good way to start off the sort of feud there in the promo segment.
I think it was, yeah, because all we know is that these two are sadly, I'm not really liking the fact that it's going to be Sting, but again, you know this it's going to happen now, yep. So that's it.
But eventually, Immortal did make their presence felt. Just not all of them. We had Immortal and Bully Ray come out. Basically, they made the match. But Bully Ray, being the leader of fucking Immortal, even though it should be Anderson, seeing as he's the main event guy in there, he makes the match later for tonight.
And the point I was making during the night is that the Immortal is about Hogan being in charge, Hogan running the show, and somehow Bully Ray and Mr. Anderson can make this match.
And plus, isn't it the network that's supposed to be running TNA now? I don't know, but because Bully Ray comes out, makes a match with him and Anderson against Sting and Angle later tonight, and we get this whole butt buddy thing between Angle and Sting. Remember Bully Ray?
Very funny.
Butt buddy! That was so fucking funny. I love that. But my question is, how much fucking canned heat do TNA need in this opening segment? It shows how little people. It shows how much little people care about this segment. When you need to put so much canned heat in, you can just fucking tell, can't you?
You could, and I'm just thinking that maybe you could. TNA could have took the risk of seeing what the crowd actually reaction to this is.
It's literally a quiet arena if that happened. 2 things about this segment that I liked. You know, you had the establishment of Sting and Angle as rivals, and then you had the main event made. So, in my opinion, although I didn't like this opening segment too much, I thought it dragged a little bit. I thought it was good to set up the main event and to establish the main event feud in TNA at the moment, which is Sting versus Angle.
Yeah, so it did its job as an opening segment.
Definitely did. Next, we get a Bound for Glory series match, a regular occurrence on TNA Impact Wrestling now between Rob Van Dam and Scott Steiner. And is it me, or is just Scott Steiner past it and it's just way too slow?
And the point you made is, why is he in this whole
I don't know.
BFG itself? He should not really be in it.
Exactly.
And during this match, for Rob Van Dam to go up against him, I just thought it was horrible for Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, he did have to work very hard to make Steiner look any good in this match. I think RVD, in my opinion, performed quite well in this match. He's got Steiner there. He's so damn slow. It's just ridiculously slow, and it just doesn't suit Van Dam's style. Van Dam hits a lot of spots, he works hard himself, and he pretty much wins with the roll up. And we have Steiner going, time out, time out.
Yeah, you can actually, like, it's completely different how WWE do it. They're all like, and TNA, you actually hear the emphasis of the voices, and I'm just like, that was a comedy thing, but the roll up is the best way to beat Scott Steiner, because obviously with him being a part of the Immortal, you have to have quick ways of beating him.
Yeah, and of course it suits Van Dam's fast-paced style, so I guess Rob Van Dam gets the win there, 7 points for him. But then Steiner attacks him after the match in a kind of pointless thing, because it didn't really lead anywhere, did it?
No, it did not.
No, so we'll go on to the next segment then. Next segment we had our Knockouts champion Mickie James. She was on TNA Impact this week. That's an immediate grade up for me. Mickie James promo segment, basically she calls out Velvet Sky and gives her a title shot because she says she's earned it. which is pretty nice of her, I guess.
And I think it's something different because you normally have like contender matches sort of like that,
Yep.
but for Mickie James to actually see a knockout that actually has worked or done something great to give her, it was something great, I think.
Oh, but no, we couldn't have this without an interference. Winter and Angelina interrupt, and basically they're both saying how they're going to win the title for both of them at Hardcore Justice. You know, it kind of sets up a feud, I guess, a possible feud there, because we know that Velvet and Mickie James aren't going to feud, so I guess it kind of works into their feud quite well, I think.
I think it was good that they came out, because if it was just them saying, I think you should have your match, hug, that was it, it would have been just a quick and overdone with. So I think adding more to it, adding the continuous of Mickie James and Velvet, it just made that part interesting.
One thing I will say to you, NJ, when was the last time WWE, apart from the Karma promo, did a Divas promo segment? When was the last time they'd done one?
It's been a while. I can't really think.
So I applaud TNA for doing an actual knockouts promo to actually hype some of one of their rivalries they've got. So I kind of like that.
Yeah,
something different as well, wasn't it?
It was.
We then have we had all sorts happen. We have backstage segments. By the way, tonight TNA did well on their backstage segments. They didn't have too many, which I kind of like. It just makes the show flow so much better when there's not that many backstage segments, in my opinion. Yeah. There wasn't many tonight, really, was there? Which was really good to see.
No.
We get Sarita and Rosita and Atara and Miss Teschmacher backstage little brawl with Madison Rayne in there as well. One of very little backstage segments, but I guess it was hype. It was kind of a clue to the match we were going to be getting next. But then we have interviews with AJ Styles, Gunner, Matt Morgan and Samoa Joe. 4 guys that are going to be involved in this ladder match. And I think that did really well for the hype. I really liked the way they hyped up this match. It was a very important match, 10 points for the Bound for Glory series.
And they all said how they were going to get the win and how they deserved it. And I think it was just so great for each one of them.
Yeah, and it just sets up this match very well. It gives it a little bit of hype, unlike the X Division match. But I will go on to that later because I fucking have a bit of a bone to pick with TNA about that match. Basically, next we get our Knockout Tag Team title match. Sarita and Rosita versus Tara and Miss Teschmacher in a match which kind of just appeared out of nowhere, really. Rivalry just appeared out of nowhere, it seems. They showed some mobile phone footage of them attacking last week or something. Don't really know why this match was even made, to be honest. But Tara and Miss Teschmacher win. It was an okay match, but it's just... Why do you have the titles change hands out of nowhere when you haven't really even established a feud between the two? It's just a quick title change. It's Vince Russo booking.
The belts, there's not really enough knockout for these belts to actually have any proper meaning. So I just didn't really care about this match.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it kind of adds to Mexican America's sort of America is against me gimmick. I don't know, but I don't really know why that was done. That was a bit of a bad thing for me. But next, at least we had a very good match. The 4-way ladder match, which we've been looking forward to probably the most out of all the matches we got since last week, between Morgan, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, and Gunner. The 4-way ladder match for 10 Bound for Glory series points. So there were 10 points available tonight. That means the combatants were trying to do all they could to get those 10 points. And I like this match. I think it was very good. Didn't get enough time, but I thought it was very good.
Again, for these 4 to go against each other, the match was really looked forward to, and it was an interesting match. So I say that they all did great in this match.
Yeah, I really think they could have gone for much longer than that, though. Really, in my opinion, I think it was. There was a lot of stuff you could have done there. There was a lot more you could have added, but because it's TNA Impact Wrestling, they kind of don't really make their matches last longer than 7-8 minutes. They could have gone on for much longer as well. I think personally.
They could have, but sadly, when we get later in this review, you'll see where most of the time is.
I know. Yeah. Morgan wins after hitting the carbon footprint on Gunner, and he climbs up to the top and gets the 10 points. I was glad Morgan won because I think out of all the people in there, I really think Morgan is one of those guys that's going to challenge Crimson at the top of the Bound for Glory series.
It would be an interesting match, Crimson versus Matt Morgan. I look forward to that if it happens.
Samoa Joe loses again. AJ Styles loses, but Gunner is still at the top, so we didn't really need that win. No. So overall, I really liked this match. I really enjoyed it. I always enjoy ladder matches, so I was looking forward to this match a lot. One thing I will say though, last week we got given an X Division Championship match between Alex Shelley and Brian Kendrick. Now, if you didn't watch last week's show, you wouldn't have fucking known it was on this week's show because they didn't hype this at all. They hyped the main event. They hyped that 4-way match. They hyped other matches as well. They didn't hype this one though. Why not? When it's your X Division Championship, surely after Destination X they're putting more focus on the X Division. Why are they not hyping their matches?
That was kind of a poor booking from TNA.
Yeah, I did then, but fucking no. We had an Eric Young skit where he goes and confronts D'Lo Brown in a shop.
Yeah, this is where my mood suddenly dropped big time.
Yes.
As soon as I saw Eric Young, I thought, Oh no! And he was outside a shop. That made it even worse. You weren't in the TNA arena. He was at a shop, and I just thought, oh no!
He basically attacks D'Lo Brown,
and
he goes and he rolls him up and says, 1, 2, 3, yeah, I'm gone. And it's just like, for fuck's sake, we're gone. I don't want to talk about this.
And D'Lo chases him around, and he escapes.
So ridiculous.
That belt and him should be just gone.
He's got fucking 2 belts on him at the moment. But I don't know. I just didn't care about this at all. What I did care about though was the next match, because I do like X Division action, as you well know, NJ. We have Alex Shelley versus Brian Kendrick in an X Division match, of course. Brian Kendrick, the champion, and Alex Shelley got his match after winning the Ultimate X match at Destination X.
Brian Kendrick.
I fucking hate Brian Kendrick, but one of my problems with this is, could you not have helped? Could you not have built this to the pay-per-view? Could you not have this at a pay-per-view, pre-announce it, and help make some kind of feud there? So I don't think these two could probably do a good match. It's just that we didn't really see too much build to this match.
No, I think the main idea of this match weren't really Brian Kendrick and
that's what happened afterwards.
Brian Kendrick and Alex Shelley. It was more what happened right at the end of the match.
Yep. What did you think of the match? Because I thought this match was okay. I don't think it was great. I thought it was okay. I thought for an X Division match it was okay.
I was watching it and it was like there were some good spots, and I give it that. Again, it was another short match.
Yeah.
So I can't really say much about it.
Alex Shelley always seems to wrestle well in my. I do like Alex Shelley's in-ring work, and I think he did put on a good match. Despite Brian Kendrick, I don't really like him too much. He does the sliced bread on the ring apron, which I thought was a very good spot, and that kind of leads to the main bit, which we're going to talk about here, which was Austin Aries coming out in a suit and attacking Shelley and costing him the match. So it looks like they're kind of teasing an Alex Shelley Austin Aries feud, and I don't know about you, NJ, but I would love to see this for the X Division Championship at a pay-per-view someday.
Maybe I'm thinking because of Brian Kendrick being the champ, I would like to see maybe a triple threat or something.
Could be. Good idea.
Yeah,
that idea.
Would be good.
Yep, and that's pretty much what happens at the end. Austin Aries gets involved. It's good to see though they're getting him involved. With it, because he's only just got into TNA. It's good they're getting him involved quickly, in my opinion, because I do really rate him as a wrestler after seeing his work in Ring of Honor.
I'd say the same, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The next thing we had was a Mexican America promo, and as they're the #1 contenders to the Tag Team Championship, I was kind of liking this because it's giving them TV time. It's letting them build to their pay-per-view match with Beer Money, and Mexican America come out and they say, "Where's our damn flag?" And we just got one thing to say to you, Mexican America: we here at British Fist have the perfect flag to suit your needs, and we're going to stick it up in the background, especially for your viewership. Let's stick this up, NJ, at the back. Come on, Mexican America. They need to really learn. That flag gets in the way of everybody, doesn't it? In that bloody arena, you can't even see it when people are behind it in the bloody audience, can you? It's fucking ridiculous. I don't know. Mexican America come out, but the main part of this for me wasn't Mexican America because they pretty much talk shit. I didn't really care about what they had to say. But Beer Money came out. They interrupt. They basically tell Mexican America to leave, and they kind of big themselves up at the pay-per-view. It's good pay-per-view hype, but James Storm was fucking awesome on the mic, I thought.
He definitely told him to shut up. He told him to shove his boot down his throat.
Cowboy boot up your ass.
Yeah. I'm saying he was great on mic, so I'm definitely glad that he came out and saved us from that long promo from the
Mexican America.
Yeah,
definitely, in my opinion. Good hype for the pay-per-view as well. So I think the segment was okay for what it was.
It did what it needed to, yes.
Yep. It's just a shame this segment didn't. We have Velvet Sky versus Mickie James for the Knockouts Championship, and before any of them two can get in the ring, we have Winter and Angelina coming out and attacking Mickie James and Velvet, and then they attack them back, and it's kind of a bit of a clusterfuck because then Tracy Brooks comes out, and it's just like you got Mike Tenay on commentary going, "Oh, this is confusing. What's going on here?" When he really should be saying, "Oh my God, it's Tracy Brooks. Come on, she's returning. An original knockout."
And the length of this was just awful.
I know.
I lost interest quickly.
It went on for way too long because then ODB and Jackie come out, and you're thinking to yourself, "Oh, come on, this is 7 people involved in this segment. It's such a fucking clusterfuck," and it went on for way too long. The match, of course, never happens, and ODB and Jackie get taken away by the police. This is just too long.
The thing I found quite interesting is that they're meant to be the security of TNA, and they got their ass kicked.
They did, yeah, by ODB and Jackie. It was really funny. But this was just a big clusterfuck. Went on for way too long. They could have used this time in the fucking main event because they didn't give it any time, did they?
Oh, not just in the main event. They could have used it like the whole event. The match was just too short.
I know. Yeah, they were. Should we move on to the main event, NJ? Because I don't really want to talk about that too much. In the main event, of course, as we got pre-announced in the opening segment, we had Mr. Anderson and Bully Ray versus Sting and Kurt Angle. And the funniest bit of this match was before the match when Mr. Anderson tries to do his thing, tries to do his Mr. Anderson!
We have Bully Ray, who wants to be the one who looks like the leader of this whole thing. He's actually telling him, "No, let's go to the ring.
Let's go to business in the ring, you fag!" Or something like that.
And then he goes back, just looks at him and goes, "No, I'm doing this."
Yeah, because he is a man. He's not a team player, is he? Really? Mr.
No,
Anderson?
he wants to do his own thing. He doesn't want to be told what to do.
Yeah.
So he just does it anyway.
And like we said, this match got nowhere near enough time. It got, what, 5 minutes? Which for a main event is not enough time, is it really? Why can't you take time off that previous segment and add it to the main event? For fuck's sake.
This needs time because it's got the build-up of Sting and Angle. And it's got Anderson, who's lost his championship.
And that's the feud you want to prominently feature on TV, so you need to give it most time. I know it's got an opening segment, but if you want it as a main event, you need to give it prominent TV time. Because it's your fucking main event for Hardcore Justice.
And there's like Anderson who wants to get his revenge, and he hardly didn't get enough time to get his revenge.
Nope.
Bully Ray, he was just there to make a tag.
Yeah. Basically, all we have to say is really Angle gets the win on Anderson. I guess it's good that Angle gets the win as it gives him a push going into the pay-per-view. Sting doesn't really need the win as he's just become the champion. And then we have a Sting and Angle stare down after the match, which was good because it kind of adds tension going into their rivalry into Hardcore Justice. So I didn't like the match itself, but I thought the aftermath was good between Sting and Angle, just to get their rivalry started.
Yeah, I think it did not wow, this is really heated up here because the match didn't do any justice, but it's good they added that at the end.
Yeah, I do think so. And the great thing about this, no Immortal interference. We had no Hogan, no Jeff Jarrett. No Bischoff. All we can say is thank you fucking very much for TNA for not including these guys on the tapings. I know you like Bischoff, but I'm so glad these guys weren't on tapings. It made the show so much easier to watch, in my opinion. Thank you very much, TNA.
I think, again, it's good that the other Immortals didn't get involved because it was mainly concentrating on
the main event guys.
That was it.
Should we go to our overall thoughts then?
Let's go.
There's been a lot happened on this in this week's TNA. In fact, so really summing up is going to be quite difficult, in my opinion.
I'm going to make it quick. My one is that the time for the whole event was just concentrated mainly on the knockout. As much as I loved the knockouts in the past, this tonight it was just horrible. And I'm thinking all the time I used in that could have been spread it out all over the rest of the pay-per-view, especially the main event. The main event itself, it didn't really build up anything. I couldn't feel anything in it. So I'm just going to say the thing that saved the main event was the shake at the end.
Yeah. In my opinion, it wasn't the best impact. I think they were trying to do too much in one night, in my opinion. The main event itself wasn't very good, but at least there was some decent pay-per-view hype there, even though it wasn't prominent pay-per-view hype, like, real prominent pay-per-view hype, like mentioning the pay-per-view, for example. I'll give this show a C, just because mainly we didn't see Hogan, Jarrett, and Bischoff, and there was a lot of matches, a lot of good matches, in my opinion, there. It's just that some booking decisions and some direction decisions by TNA are just a bit questionable, in my opinion.
I'll give it a C.
People might disagree with us, but this is just our opinion. So
I'm going to say, like I've said in other events, there's always chance for improvement, and this night had a lot of improvement, so I can only give it a C.
Yeah, Mexican America, take note of this flag because we are taking over here at the British Fist. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, of course. You guys, if you have any opinions, make sure you get them in the comment section below. We want to hear your thoughts, and from the British Fist. And because I know you want to hear it one more time, NJ, just do it.
What's up?
Of course. Now, that has been our TNA Impact Wrestling review from us, the British Fist. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Comment down below, of course. And goodbye.